Hello and namaste and welcome to my channel. This is Neeraj here once again, and in today's video I want to discuss about this that in Nifty 50 in this year has become not Nifty of 50 stocks, but it has become Nifty 10. So why I am saying is that because as you have seen that this market has gone up and everybody is wondering about that why market keeps on going, and when economy is like in down and it's in the bed, but market keeps on going. And we had already come out with many numerous videos explaining the phenomenon of the disconnect between the market rise and GDP, and all this kind of different theories we had been also discussed. But in today's video I particularly would like to say that it is not Nifty 50 as per se also. It means it's not that full index has gone up or the full market has gone up. It's only the 10 stocks which has carried the market up, and so we will discuss and we will analyze the reasons for those rise and implications in the further, taking from lessons from this, what we see the further future of this market going forward, rise or not rise. There is a scope for this or not. So that is the reason I call this video is that not Nifty 50 but it is Nifty 10, because only 10 stocks have gone up. And what I'm talking about is not post March, because in the post March, when the pandemic had started, virus pandemic, and the market all over the world had gone down by more than 50%, and stocks have also gone down by more than 50%. But what I am talking is that I have taken these figures on year to date basis, means from January 1st of 2020 till this September 26th of September. So like that way, till now, what is the general movement in the Nifty 50. So if you have seen from the January 1st to this level, it's only 3.5% down. Nifty is only actually 3% down. So it has almost recovered post pandemic. Whatever the decline had been there, 50% decline, it has almost recovered. So what is the reason? So the reason is not the full market. Reason is the 10 stocks. Particularly the first is Reliance Industries. As everybody knows that they received around $21 billion from that rights issue, and also by selling stake in the Reliance Jio digital platform, and also in Reliance Retail to different hedge funds and to different private equity. And that is the reason they have that Reliance Industry has gone by 61%, 65% up in this year. Okay. And the weightage of this stock itself is 13.6% in the Nifty. So that explains. And even though if you look at the valuation, so valuation, it shows like on a trailing 12 months basis, it's a price to book value. I'm not taking price earnings, because price earnings can be different. It can suddenly change. It can become negative from positive, and going forward. But price to book value is the real barometer of how expensive or how still what is the worth left in that particular stock. So it's like book value is like what requires to build the same kind of a company or the plant, how much capital is required, and on that basis what is the current trading price. So and what is the net worth of this particular company, and on that, compared to that, how much this current stock price is trading. So that is what this price to book value is. So it's more relevant for me to find valuation as to find value in the stock. So RIL, even though it looks like 3.5 times price to book value, not very expensive, it's expensive. But if you take out this $21 billion which they have raised from this market, and also if you adjust for this sharp decline which is going to happen in the oil and gas petrochemicals business, which is their main business, and contrary to the expectations that recovery is going to be much longer in that oil and gas and petrochemical business, and the prices are going to take much longer to even recover. There will be huge losses coming into this business, which has not been accounted still far in this particular the stock price. So if you account for all these things, then the price to book value will be almost reaching to 4.5-5 times. Then if you look at that way, then this stock is very expensive. It doesn't now make any sense. So there is no further scope for this Reliance too. The second stock which has gone up is Infosys. It has gone up in this year at 25% up from this year. and the weightage of Infosys is 7% in Nifty 50. And what is the price to book value it is trading at? It is trading at 7 times. Expensive. Now the third stock is the TCS. It has gone up by 18%. Okay, the weightage of this stock is 4.9% in Nifty. And what is the price to book value it is trading at? 12 times. Humongous. It's very expensive. So there is also not much scope for this stock to go up. Then there is this Wipro, which has gone up by 30%, and it is trading at 4 times. Not very expensive, but still expensive, and the weightage is 0.83%. Then there is HCL Tech, which has gone by 53%. Weightage is 1.56%, and it's 6 times trading at price to book value. Okay, then Bharti Airtel, which has gone up by 20%, and it has 2.55% weightage in the Nifty 50, and it is trading at a reasonable 2.4 times price to book value. So there is this some scope. And then there is this pack of pharma companies. Sun Pharma is up 26% in this year. Its weightage is 1.1% in Nifty, and it is trading at 5 times price to book value. Expensive. Then Cipla has gone up by 80% in this year, and weightage is 0.75% in Nifty, and it's trading at price to book value 3.5 times. Reasonable. And then there is Dr. Reddy's Lab, which has gone up by 90% in this year. Yeah, it has 1% weightage in Nifty 50, and it is 5.6 times it is trading at. And then there is this Lupin and Aurobindo. Basically, they have gone up by 31% and 40%. So basically, if you look at this, it is the Reliance, Infosys, Reliance and the technology. Technology is 15.27% weight in Nifty 50, and Reliance itself is 13.6% weightage, and Pharma, which is 3% weightage in this Nifty 50. I have not considered this auto and some consumer goods, because which are reasonably only 6-7% up and doesn't have much weightage as per se. So it is only this particular 10 stocks which we discussed of this Reliance, Infosys, TCS, Sun Pharma, HCL Tech, Wipro, Bharti, Cipla, Dr. Reddy's Lab, and Lupin. So these are the stocks which has carried Nifty, or the what do you call that index. So index also, even though it is composed of 50 stocks, but it is only the 10 stocks which has gone up so much in this year that the index has almost recovered, Nifty 50. But this 10 stocks, as I told you, that it doesn't represent, it's only the 3 particular, it's only the Reliance Industries also. It's not because of oil and gas, but it is because of it being considered as a technology company, because of the Reliance Jio digital platform and Reliance Retail, and all this money coming from the foreign investors into this. So that has only pumped up this stock. So if you keep it aside, then it's only the technology pack which is 15.7% weight in the Nifty, and Pharma, which is 3% weightage, it has gone up. But as I discussed, as I told you about this price to book value on valuation front, there is not much scope for this stocks further to go up. So what remains for the market which can take it further? So in my opinion, in my view, is that there is nothing much in the market which can go further up. So the biggest sector is financial services, banking and financial services sector, which has the biggest weightage in Nifty 50. It has 35% weightage, and all the stocks are moderately down to significantly down, because we are not going to see that recovery is going to happen. In fact, you will see more trouble in banking and financial sectors will come when this moratorium period finishes in the September, and already these cases are going to extend this moratorium on loan moratorium. So you will see more NPAs coming into this, and more requirement of the capital infusion by the government, and there will be huge problems. So 35%, you can say that it is not going to perform. 35% of this market, which is banking and financial. Then auto is anyway 6%, 5.8%. It's in trouble. Most of these companies are in negative. It's in losses. So I don't think so that it is going to recover immediately to that extent that it can take the market up. Okay. Then there is this construction is not going to happen. Then cement, power, fertilizer. These are all very small. So basically, this is this Reliance and this IT Pack and the pharma which had taken. And also, as we discussed, that there is not much scope further on the valuation front or any new kind of a news flow or expectations that it can further continue to grow, and tremendous growth, that the stocks can continue to go up. So that is the reason I believe that there will be tremendous pressure coming on this Nifty or the market per se, and I don't see that market can go up further, because it has gone up only because of this Nifty 10 stocks, not Nifty 50 also. So that also explains the dichotomy or the disconnect between the stock market index, what you see per se, and the GDP or whatever the overall market or the overall stocks not performing, and everybody is wondering. So I just wanted to clarify that it is not even the full market, but it is the 10 stocks which had taken this. And further, in this 10 stocks, I don't see any further upside on the basis of some news flow or on the basis of valuation comfort. This everything whatever had to be expected or built into the price. I think that is the best of that thing has been built into the price. Now only we can see is that actually the correction can happen in some of the stocks, and that can only take this market actually down. So that's it. I just wanted to discuss in this today's video. And before closing this, I would request that if you have not yet subscribed, you please subscribe to my channel to keep getting interesting videos, because I keep coming out with the interesting concepts and videos explaining in simple terms of this market and the financial and economic implications. And please push a notification button also, which is near subscribe button, so that you can get notification as soon as I come out with a video. And also request you to like this video. If you like, then please give a like and share it with your friends. And for any other consultancy or your investment regarding anything personalized consultancy, you can contact me by mail. My details are in the below description box. That's it from my side. Ciao from Neeraj from Moscow.